And then so once they're done, they like everything that's on here, they can now submit request. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and show you guys that CoBrowse view. I'm gonna jump spaces right here because if I finish this, the CoBrowse won't work properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit back, and I'm gonna go to assets and liabilities page. Okay, I'll just keep it here for right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log in into Blink. And remember, to log into Blink, we go to UWM's website, we log in, and then we go to manage your pipeline or resources, one of the two. So manage your pipeline, we'll go to Blink Plus. Okay, so here's what it looks like, right? This is the application, bootcamp training number 3. This is us, right? And so as an LO, as an LC, right, we can go into this file. Once they create the account, right, once they put in their login and said, hey, this is my email address, this is the password I want to put, that very first part, this now pops up, right? So we can go ahead, click on the loan. And so let's go into co-browsing real quick. So remember, co-browsing was that function where us as the LC and the LO, we can go into the application of what the borrower is actually viewing right now. And so just going back to the application, we're at the assets and liabilities section, okay? And so going back into Blink, we're gonna co-browse now. So it says, borrower is browsing verify assets and liabilities at this moment, right? So it actually tells you where they're at. So we can do co-browse now. And so what it did was, I'm now, as an LC and LO, in the application of what the borrower is viewing at this time. And so if I go back to the borrower side, it should say David Lee or LC or whoever it is wants to co-browse with you. And that borrower can give you permission to co-browse with them, okay? And so here you can now just go, and that's probably the reason why it's not asking it, because it's in the same page. Now we can go in here and make the changes and also proceed with the file manually on your end too. So then they can keep the screen going and see exactly what you're doing as the LC and the LO and then agree with you or not, right? 9 times out of 10, when we go through this co-browse, we're going to be on the phone with the borrower and just go through it with them like, hey, do you have any outstanding judgments against you? They say yes, we'll click yes. On their screen, they'll see that you selected yes. So it's a really great feature, really cool feature. One other way where you can complete an application with the borrower very easily in the case they get stuck or lost, okay? So that's co-browse. Wanted to show it to you guys.
Do you normally do that after they've initially submitted the application or when they're very first doing it?
When they're first doing it. So if they get lost in between the process, like, hey, what do I do for the assets? What do I do for the liabilities? Or how much of employment do I put in? Or it's giving me an error message, right? That's usually what we get. That's when we go ahead and do the co-browse. Now, the reason why I stopped before actually submitting the full application, right? We got to this page. We got to this page, right? Verify your application. And right here it says submit request. Once they hit submit request, co-browsing feature just goes kaput because there's no application anymore because the application has been completed. So as long as they don't hit submit request, we can co-browse and we can go into the application anywhere in the application with them. Okay. But once they hit submit request, then it's just, you know, taking the file from Blink, moving into Lending Pad, getting on the phone getting back on the phone with the borrower, and just going through the application with them, making sure everything's nice and neat.
And how much of the